Alrighty, welcome everybody. It is Tuesday and it is time to do some stamping. So for those of you that are new to my page or my channel, whether you're watching me on YouTube or Facebook, my name is Julie Brown. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome, welcome. So I'm always live every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So love that people join me. If you're new, just make sure you type in the comments and let me know you're here. Or not. You don't have to, but if you have any questions, that's definitely the place to type in your questions and let me know any questions that you might have. So what I'm trying to do for the next few weeks is I'm going to be doing old and new, and I say old, but I'm using one from the mini catalog. I really don't consider it old because it is still very much valid. Hey, Shanine, so glad you're here. So I'm going to do one from the mini catalog, and then I'm going to show you another new suite, and then I'm going to make a card with that suite. So you're going to get to see some from the old mini catalog, and then the new catalog, which hopefully most of you have. If you don't, and if you don't have a new catalog and you would like a new catalog, definitely chime in. Let me know that you would like one. If you're customers of mine, you will be getting them pretty quick. But again, if you would like a catalog, let me know and I can get a catalog sent out to you. So let me take care of some housekeeping really quick, and then we're going to get started because we've got 2 cards to do tonight. All right, so for those of you that are going to be placing orders with me, our April hostess code is this one listed right here. And then you can order through me at juliebrown.stampinup.net. I also have a Pinterest, Facebook, and Instagram page that's called Julie's Creative Stamping. And you can always check out all of my, almost all of the videos that I do here end up getting on my YouTube channel. And you can check that out. You have to put the Julie Brown first, then the dot, then Julie's Creative Stamping. Most importantly, check out that blog, stampinjuliebrown.blogspot.com, because that is where I put the written step-by-step instructions of the cards I do here on my videos. Plus, I put other cards on there that I don't necessarily show you on the videos. So I am creating all the time, but I just don't have time to do as many videos as I would like. So that's the place to go to see all of the cards that I do. Let me see if I can get that out of the way. All right, so hopefully we are ready to go. Again, if you are watching this on Facebook, please make sure you follow, like me. Again, YouTube, make sure you subscribe, ring the bell. If you hit the bell, then it'll notify you anytime that I have a new video that is posted. So that's just to help you guys. So let's get started. So let's talk about our first bundle. This is the Dahlia Days Bundle, and look at all of the dies that come with this one. So it has this beautiful standalone die, and then this is one of my favorite die sets, and I'll tell you why. Because it has a lot of 2s, which makes it so easy to cut things out. So it's got 2 of the leaves, which cuts this one out. It has 2 of these flowers, and it has 2 of these flowers, and that just makes cutting so much easier. And then it's got this really cool, look at this, it's like a label, and it cuts that out as well. So how fun. Now I have gone ahead and done a lot of the pre-work on this because I knew we were doing 2 cards tonight, because again, I'll be doing this one, and then hold on, I'm doing the Hues of Happiness suite from the new catalog. So because of that, I did all of my stamping ahead of time. So I'm just going to show you a picture of what I did. So I stamped this on Very Vanilla. And as you can see, I stamped a large flower and then the leaves. Now you'll notice the leaves are 2 different colors. And that's because I did 2nd generation stamping. That is something I always want to point out to you guys is most of us these days are on a budget. And one of the cool ways of getting different shadings of greens or yellows or reds is to stamp off. So it looks like I used 2 different inks there, but I didn't. That's Mossy Meadow ink, and it is stamped full ink and then stamped off again. And you can see it makes a beautiful other shade. So this will really help you when you guys are, like I said, if you're on a budget, or if you're just starting with Stampin' Up, we have different family colors. So they're called, you know, the subtles, the brights, the regals, the neutrals. And you could just get one of the families and then be stamping off like this, and it kind of feels like you're getting more than one color. So anyway, I did all that stamping ahead of time. Once I stamped that, then I used the dies and I cut out all of those with the dies. Alrighty. Okay. So let's get to what we're going to be doing. So now we've done all of that by the magic of TV or whatever you want to call it. So now we're going to just put our card together. Now this first card, I'm definitely using more subdued colors. I call it subdued because the next card's going to be really bright. So these are more like the neutral tones is what I decided I wanted to use for this card. Hey, Susie. Okay, so I'm going to bring in our card base. And then I don't know if you guys are aware, but Stampin' Up! Always comes out with designer series paper. It is 6x6. And so this one is the neutral. So all of our neutral inks, hey Patty, I'm so glad you're here, coordinate with these colors. And so each time a new catalog comes out, we still have the designer series paper in the neutrals, but there's different patterns on it. So this is the pattern that is right now. So it's got this side and this side. So if these are patterns that you like, you want to get these before they're all gone, because when that new catalog comes out, we'll still have the designer series paper, but it is going to be in a different pattern that's on the paper. You know what? It's funny. I really did not plan this to match, but it did. So thank you for pointing that out, Miss Susie, that my nail polish matches. I actually use Color Street nails because I am too impatient to wait for my nails to dry. So we're going to add this like so. This card actually goes together really fast. Obviously, like I showed you before, I did all of the stamping and the cutting out. So this is that die cut out, and I went ahead and put adhesive strip on the back because you guys know me, if there's an easy button, and adhesive strips are definitely an easy button, right? Because not only does it make it stick, but it also helps when you start to pull this backing off. It also helps, see how it pulls out all of those little pieces? So yeah, double goodness. All right, I've got to bring in my Take-A-Pic tool because this was just a little bit bigger than the adhesive strip. So it had one side of this adhesive strip that was just really little. It was kind of a thin line over here. And so that's why you're seeing these little pieces here stick to that, because that was that end of the strip over there. All right, well, I'm just gonna get that all up, and I think we're good. All right, so I'm just going to, well, let me get that off of there. I'm just going to place this down, pretty much kind of centering it on this page, except I moved that. I see one little white piece of paper right there. I think that got stuck on the back. There we go. And this is sticky, so it does stick to your hands. So we're going to lay that down like so. And look how pretty that is, guys. I mean, honestly, I could just put a sentiment on there and be good, right? Isn't that beautiful? It's just so pretty. I love these big dies like this because it makes card making super fast and super easy. Okay, so like I told you, I cut all of these out. Now, I do want to talk to you a little bit about, I'll do the sentiment in a minute. So we're going to do these first. So I stamped these and cut them. And so now I'm just going to kind of build a couple of arrangements on here. So let me just kind of pull. Sorry, I'm just going to dump all these out so I have them. And again, you know, this is just you playing with your flower arrangements until, and I've got some friends that actually did flower arrangements, and they do cards so pretty because they've done it before. Like they've actually done flower arrangements. Obviously that is not part of my wheelhouse. So I've had to kind of learn how to build flower arrangements. That is Blackberry Bliss, and the DSP is Basic Gray. It's the neutrals. It's in the neutrals family. So I'm just going to bring in, and you'll notice what I did is I used the darker leaf, and then I'm using the stamped off of the little fern and the other, I'm not even sure what you would call these little trellis looking ones. And then this is just going to kind of go over here. All right. And then this is going to kind of lay on top of it, but I'm going to pop this up. So I'm going to bring in my dimensionals. You're welcome, Susie. I'm glad. I like it when people ask me questions because I sometimes forget. Now, there's two ways that you can do this. You can lay this down first, or you can put all your dimensionals kind of in the center, and then you could pop this up and then lay your leaves behind it. Either way works. Again, it's what you're the most comfortable with. I've done both ways. I think it just depends on what mood I'm in, to be quite honest with you. All right, so then we're just going to take this and we're just going to kind of bring it down because I want to see that greenery. And that's going to go right there. And then I'm going to take, see, now this is the stamped off. See, that's the darker. This is the lighter, same color, which is Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to glue that one right there. And you'll notice it has these cutouts that are darker. And when, the cool thing about this is that if you were to cut this out on a piece of white, then you could, like use blending brushes and blend in some different colors. Hey, Mel, so glad you're here. So I'm going to lay this one down like so. Now, again, I'm doing a lot of neutral colors. I'm using basically our neutral palette tonight. Except I think I did use So Saffron here. And then now I'm just going to take these really cute little flowers. And so I'm basically covering these flowers here is what I decided to do. But one of the things that I've worked on is I actually did, like I said, I cut this out in white, and then I used daubers and blending brushes, and then I could make this a different color and these different colors. It was pretty fun. So let me see the best way for me to kind of cover that. And it doesn't have to be like perfectly covered, just covered. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing down here where these two flowers are. And again, I just wanted to kind of add. So I think we're going to do this one kind of like that. And then we're going to bring in these flowers. And then I'm going to talk to you about this sentiment stamp. The little, I kind of showed you guys what it looked like, but the one thing that I wanted to do, so I'm going to show this to you. So what I did is here's the stamp, and you can see that if I had inked it up, all of this would have been one color. So what I did was I brought in my Stampin' Right markers, and I colored in, so where this is green, Mossy Meadow, I colored that on the stamp, and then I brought in the So Saffron, and I colored in the flower on the stamp. Now, people ask me all the time, which do I like better, the blends or the Stampin' Write markers? I like them both. And this is one of the reasons why, because you cannot, or you should not, color onto your stamps with blends. But you can do that with the markers, and look how cute that is. Isn't that adorable? I love it. So I was able to match it up with this rest of this design. Okay, so this I'm actually not going to pop up. I'm just going to lay it down with some liquid glue. So yeah, so that's why it's good to have both the markers, the blends, because on the next card I do the blends. So we're just going to kind of lay this down here like so. Isn't this a cute label? I'm in love with this label. And the cool thing is that a lot of these little sentiments fit right in the, this one does, this one does, this one does, this one, and even this one does. They all fit inside this little sentiment label, which I love, 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 love. Okay, so we got to have sparkle, right? Does everyone agree? We got to have a little bit of glimmer. So here we go. Wink of Stella. And I am just going to come in and I am going to Wink of Stella these cute little flowers here. And we're going to do the big one as well. Oh, my puppies hear me down here. They're whining to come down. Hopefully my husband's paying attention so they don't knock down stuff. Yeah, the label is adorable. And then I'm also going to Wink a Stella on this label. I know, this is so cute. I love it. And so like to get this line, basically what I did was I just took the brush end tip and I just brushed the top edge. And now the thing is you have to huff on this and really, so you breathe, when I say huff, you breathe on it to re-moisten it, because you can take your time coloring everything. And then you breathe on it to re-moisten it. Now this, just so you guys know, a lot of people say, why haven't I done that in class in a while? Well, because of COVID and everybody passing germs, I haven't had anyone breathing on stamps in my class. But it's a really fun technique to try. So I encourage all of you, if you have Stampin' Write markers, to get out some of your stamps that are like this and do some coloring on them. And then again, just breathe on it to re-moisten it and then stamp it. Okay, so there we go with that. So now I'm going to bring in some of our basic pearls. And we're going to jazz it up a bit. Right, everyone's about, oh gosh, I always do that. Let me turn that so that that comes out. So we're going to put one right there, and then we're going to grab these little ones, and they are going to go into the center of those little flowers. Again, you guys know me, my Take a Pick tool is basically my right hand. So there's that. I mean, and obviously, I took some time to cut all these pieces out. But again, as I pointed out on that die, because there's duplicates of a lot of these flowers, it doesn't take that long to get all of that cut out. Yeah, Susie, good plan to avoid that problem. I know, but I love showing people that technique, but I haven't been able to do that because of COVID. Okay, so I'm missing a piece of paper. Let me find it. Okay, so then what we're going to do for the inside, you guys are going to get to see me stamp. So just so you know, these little sheets come with your Stamparatus, and you can order a whole packet of these, and they're actually really fun to bring in. Like, I usually have a bigger piece, and I thought, I'm just going to bring in a smaller piece because it works better, because then I can move it in and out of the screen. So there's that So Saffron ink, and I'm just going to ink that up. And I am going to stamp this in this top corner and stamp it off. Now, as most of you know, I usually do not stamp a sentiment on the inside of my thank you cards because I like to personalize them and write a personalized note. And so I'm not going to stamp a sentiment on the inside of this, but then I am going to take another strip of that designer series paper, and we are going to just put that along this bottom edge. Like so. And then we'll just adhere that to the inside of the card. And voila. I know, I know, it was so funny. So for those of you that aren't in our area, so it was such a beautiful day yesterday. We thought spring was here, and today it snowed. So it's crazy here in New Mexico. We always say if you don't like the weather, just wait about 30 minutes and it'll change. All right, guys, card 1 is done. What do you guys think of this set? Can you see I don't know if you can see the wink of Stella. I always have such a hard time getting it to show up. So pretty, huh? Oh, Mel, it snowed there too. Oh, wow. So there's the front. Do you see how easy this card was to put together? And I want to point out to you guys, I didn't use pinks, purples, or green. Oh, I did use a little bit of green. I kind of went out of my box, and I brought yellows in today. So I hope you like that color combination. But there's the inside and there's the front. So again, I wanted to use some neutrals. And so this is this bundle here. And again, it's got all of these dies that come with it. So fun bundle, right? Okay, now are we ready to see oh, you guys know me. I get so excited about new product, right? So let's talk some new stuff. All right, so first I'm going to bring in the paper from this suite. This is called Hues of Happiness suite. Guys, isn't this beautiful? Ooh, ah, everyone can say ooh, ah, right? So, and what's cool is look at the other side. So this side, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's got these little like hash marks. And then we've got this one. Look at all the pretty colors in this. Oh, so pretty. I'm not seeing any oohs and ahs yet. Ooh, isn't this one pretty? That's the other side of that one. And then this one I used. So there's one side, and then here's the other side. Love it. And then I love these colors. Oh, I know, Susie, you just don't like pink. Isn't this pretty? Look at this. I love this against that dark night of navy. And then here's that side. This is going to be some paper that I'm going to have some issues with which side to use. And here's some blues and purples. Ooh, ah, I know. They're so vibrant in this paper. I'm in love. This was actually one of my favorite suites in the new catalog. So excited. Okay, Susie, close your eyes. We got a lot of pink coming. There we go. And so there's the paper. So it comes with this paper. It comes with these beautiful glassy dots. Oh, come on. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. And then here is the dies. And here is the stamp set. I know, guys, I love this set. This was something that spoke to me right away. So anyway, it's got all these fun dies. It's got, I basically just kind of played with these dies tonight. I'm going to be doing some playing with these ones over here, but I haven't done that yet. But it's got some beautiful sentiments. So it says, sending many thanks for all that all you do. Congratulations. You are wonderful in every way. wishing you all the happiness you can imagine. Friend, best wishes, happy birthday. Guys, this like covers a lot. These sentiments on this stamp set cover a lot. So hopefully this will be something you put on your wish list, because unfortunately we can't order this until May, but we're going to play with it. And not only are we going to play with it, we're doing a fun fold card. Woohoo! Alrighty. And like I said, I did a lot of the coloring and everything ahead of time, just for sake of time. So you need a card base, and I'm using Granny Apple Green. And then this is actually going to be our card base as well. Whoopsies. So we're going to bring that in. Oh, you know what? I just remembered that I forgot to cut a piece of paper, so I'm going to have to cut. So we're going to fold it, and then you'll notice that as I fold, I actually burnish both sides. And then this is going to fold. Oh, I did that backwards. I did that upside down, didn't I? Oh, no. I think I did that on the wrong side. It's upside. Wait, I think it'll be okay. I did not mean for the pink to be up, but it's going to be up this time. I'll show you my other one because I had the purples and the blues up. I wasn't paying attention when I scored because I wanted this side to be the side that flipped over here. Because I know I have a couple people who have an aversion to pink. All right, but that's okay because we're covering this with a lot of color. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is I need to cut a 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 piece of Whisper White. So we're going to do our 4 1/8 here. I knew I was missing a piece. I kept looking at it going, what am I missing? And then do that one there. And so basically this piece is going to go on to this piece. We're just going to kind of build this. This is a really quick and easy fun fold card, but you do have to pay attention, which I failed to do, on your flap here so that you get the color that you want on the front. So we're just going to lay that down like so. And then we're just going to take this piece and we're going to, so it'll be interesting to see how it turns out with the pinks on the top, because that's not what I intended, but that's what I have. And it's also kind of upside down, but hey. All right, so then this goes on like so. All right, so then that your card's gonna open like this. All right, so now what I did is I cut out and I used the scalloped contour dies. Love those dies. This is what, if you guys don't know what they look like, this is what they look like. Absolutely love them. They are going to be in the new catalog, so yay, because I do love them. And then I took a piece of, oh, I'm not going to do this yet. Okay. So I colored, here's the flowers. I stamped and colored them. You can see I meant for the purple and blues to be up. But this is what they look like. And I did use our blends. So this is Fresh Freesia. Is it Fresh Freesia? Let me look and make sure. Yeah, so this is the Fresh Freesia. And then this is Daffodil Delight. And this is Pull Party. And so I did those. So now here's the trick. So I want these to be on the front, but I want leaves to stick out from behind them. But I didn't want to cut out the leaves. I want to stamp them on here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to kind of position my flowers where I want them. And then I'm going to bring in the little leaf stamp. So you guys are going to get to see me do some coloring here. And I'm going to ink that up, and then I see that I want one of these right here. And then I know I want a couple down here to stick out from behind that big flower that's going to be on the bottom. And then I'm going to replace these so I can figure out my placement. So basically this one is going to go kind of down here. And let's see, that one's going to sit over there. So I want one to stick out like right here. Alrighty. And then I'm going to come in with Granny Apple Green. So again, sorry, you guys have to watch me color just a little bit. But once I get this done, and then there is one other section that you're going to watch, you're going to get to watch me color. Are you excited? You get to watch me color? Okay, so basically when I'm doing leaves, it actually goes pretty quick because I come in with my dark and just put a line like so. And then I come in with my lighter color. Yeah, the fonts are also very pretty on this one. So again, really loving this suite, the whole suite. I love the paper. I love the embellishments. I love everything about this suite. So I promise you guys, you're going to get to see this whole week. You're going to get to see, like I said, not necessarily old, because it's probably going to be a lot of the mini catalog stuff. But you're going to get to see some old and new. And these two actually would complement each other really well. These flowers would look really pretty together. Even though these are more, I'm going to say more like maybe a rose, or, you know, I really don't know a lot about flowers. So if you ask me to, I always have to actually look them up on the internet so I can see what they really look like in real life. Because I'm just not, you know, I like tulips. Those are my favorite flowers. And I like roses. Roses and tulips are the two that I have had the most. I've been around a few lilies. So I think I could maybe, lilies and irises, I could probably recognize out in the wild, but I'm not sure. Okay, so I don't know if you guys noticed, but I went out of the line on this one a little bit. And don't ever forget about our color lifter, because this is awesome. So basically you can just kind of push that back in, and it basically just pushes that color back in the line. Hey Connie, so glad you're here. So if you're just joining me, I already showed you the Dahlia Day bundles. What I'm showing you now is one of the new suites that will be available in May. Of course, if you're a demonstrator, you can order early. You can order all this now. This is actually one of the suites that's in the pre-order. That's why I already have it. All right, so again, we're just going to color in like so. Okay, so then I'm just going to kind of flip that around. And so I'm going to come in with this purple Fresh Freezer. I have a hard time saying that word, so that's why I said purple. And we're going to bring in our liquid glue. And we're going to stick that so that I want to make sure that the leaves are going to show. So maybe a little lower. Okay, that one's going to go like so. And then I'm going to put this one on here next. And I want it to kind of overlap this leaf, but not cover this one. So let's put this on. Okay, so overlap and just barely touch this one down here. And then this one we're going to pop up because I can, right? All right, so I'm just going to put one there, one there. So we're going to put 3 dimensionals on here. And we'll pop this up on the front. But before I do that, I'm actually going to adhere this to this piece right here. Isn't that pretty? So I cut this out with the rectangle stitch dies, and then it fits right inside that scalloped contour die. These dies fit together really good. If you guys are ever wondering about a set of dies to get, rectangle stitch dies and these scalloped contour dies. Definitely a must-have in your card making studio. Whoopsie. All right, so that's going to sit like that. And then this one is going to pop up like so on top of those two. Alrighty, and then what we're going to do is we're going to be adhering this over here. And so we need to make sure, see how this opens right here? Hey, Flora. Yeah, this is the new Hues of Happiness suite. It's not available yet. Well, it is to you because you're a demonstrator. But I want you to notice that because this is where it's going to open, we want to make sure that we only have glue over here on the back side. We don't want any glue to hang over because otherwise it would keep it shut. Okay, so you could do this with liquid glue, but I'm just going to run 2 strips very close to each other, right like that. And then I am going to position this. I'm trying to get it centered, so bear with me. And then we're just going to set that down like so. And so far that's how it's going to open. But then look at this side. Isn't that beautiful? What's on the other side? So that's going to be like that. And then I'm going to come in and we're going to stamp, because we're going to make this a happy birthday. And so for the inside, we're going to be stamping this. It says, wishing you all the happiness that you can imagine. And this little next trick I learned from Susie, who's on here with us. I was at a class with her and she mentioned this, and it's actually a really great idea. So I'm stealing her idea, but she stamps her sentiments up at the top, and she does that so that there's plenty of room to write a message or sign your name. Great idea, Susie. So everyone, whoop whoop for Susie. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with it. They've got this little tiny flower is part of this. And this is another one you're going to have to watch me color in. But this is like this super cute little like flower bouquet. And I'm going to stamp that in that corner down there. Let me just clean that off. Wow, this got dry fast. I must not have had it closed all the way. I literally just washed that off before I started this. Okay, and then I'm just going to come in with the darks. So I'm just going to use the darks of all of these. So this is the Fresh Freesia. And again, this color's pretty quick. And then I'm going to bring in the Daffodil Delight. And we'll do this one over here. And then I'm going to come in with the Pool Party. Yeah, that was a great idea, huh, Mel? Well, you guys can all thank Susie for that idea, because that was absolutely her brainstorm, not mine. And then I'm going to come in with the Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to try to be real, you know what, let me see. I don't know if I can do it with the brush tip, because I really don't want it to go outside the lines, but it's hard not to when it's this thin. So I'm barely touching this to try to get that green on there. And then I'm actually going to come in with my black Stampin' Right marker. And I'm going to, you could do this with your blend, your black blend. But I didn't want to, it's so tiny, I was worried about it like spreading. So I just put, so let me bring that up closer. Aren't those cute flowers? Love them. Okay, so I want this positioned perfectly. It's going to go here. So I found this little trick. I'll wait till you see this. So I'm going to go ahead and put my adhesive on this. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up like so. And I am going to line it up with this piece on the front because they are the exact same size. Now, the one thing I'm going to be careful of is to make sure it looks even. My problem is I've got adhesive on it. Look at my hands. Oh, my criminy. And then I'm just going to shut it. Okay, and then that put it perfectly where I needed it for this to open. So I still have to finish the front. So I've got a little piece here, and we're going to bring in that happy birthday. So wasn't that a cool trick, guys? Did you like the trick? I hope you did. Now let's see if I can get this straight. I get 2 chances, right? Because there's always a front and a back. Oh, whew, thought I messed that up. Alrighty. So there's my happy birthday. And I'm actually going to pop this up on the front. So let me get my dimensionals. And so I'm just going to put 3 across. Ooh, that was kind of close to the top. Oh, well. I try not to put it that close to the top because I don't want it to be seen. We are almost done. Yes, the DSP comes in. Didn't I show it to you? It's 12 by 12. And I did, no, I cut it smaller. So it is cut smaller. And I will have all the dimensions and everything posted on my blog this week for this card. And I got a little smudge right there. Dang it. Okay, so there's the happy birthday. And then, of course, we're going to bring in our beautiful Glassy Dots assortment. And I'll show you the first card I did because I did it with the purple side up. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and use the pink ones because this is what color is over here. And so we're just going to pop these up, and I'm just going to stick one here. And one up here. I love these embellishments, ladies. These are so pretty. Oh my goodness. Fine, I'll pick you up this way. Or maybe not. All right. So there we go. So there's our second card. What do you think? And then they just open it. And it opens like so. And you guys could put pictures, you could put gift cards in here. I mean, think about that. So let me pull in. I could take some mini glue dots and put a gift card in there. There's a lot of stuff that you could put in here. So this is a really fun fold. All right. So that was the Hues of Happiness Suite. And so let me bring in, so I'm going to bring in just the stamp set and the dies. And of course that designer series paper, beautiful. The Glassy Dots, beautiful. So that was the first card I did. I don't know if I can get them all in here. I think I've gotten my, my phone is kind of down low. So, and then the first card, now again, it's kind of hard to have this card up against this really bright one. bright and shiny one. But remember, this one comes with like both of these dies. So many dies, right? And then I did the neutral tones on this one. So there you go. So this is kind of old, very much new. And so there's both of our cards for this evening. All right, not bad, guys. 45 minutes, 2 cards. So they went together really fast. That fun fold is really easy to put together. And again, you can add all sorts of things on the inside of that to step it up quite a bit more than what I did. But you know, I try to leave some things for you guys to embellish and step up a little bit. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. So let me just put those up really quick. So the first one was the Dahlia Days Bundle, and that is the number for that one. And then the second one was the Hues of Happiness Suite. And that is the number, but again, cannot, unless you're a demonstrator, you cannot order that until May. But if you're a demonstrator, that is on the pre-order. That's one of the pre-orders. So, you know, what I'm trying to do with you guys is really just help you to figure out which of these new products you like and which you want to put on your wish list so that when it becomes available, I think it's May 3rd, you can start ordering the things that you like. So hopefully I'm being helpful and I'm showing you some things that you either like or you don't like, which is fine, but it's going to help you either way. So sorry, if you're watching this later on YouTube, I will have a supply list link for the Dahlia Days. Obviously, I will not have a link to the Hues of Happiness until later. But if you come back and watch my YouTube channel after May, after the new catalog goes live, I will add the supply link. And then all you have to do is click on it and put everything on it in your cart and you're ready to go. So anyway, ladies, thank you so much for being with me. I hope that I've inspired you to go make some cards. Again, make sure you check out my blog. Both of these cards will be on my blog later with step-by-step instructions with all of the measurements and everything. So everyone have a great evening, and I appreciate you sharing your time with me. And I will see some of you this week at my card class. And for those of you that won't be at the card class, or if you're on here and you want to come to the card class, let me know. Yeah, so I'll see most of you this week. And for the rest of you that are far, far away, thank you for joining me. And I'll see you next Tuesday. So talk to everybody soon. Oh, be watching for your catalogs. If you've ordered from me, you're going to get a special catalog. So be watching for it in the mail. Talk to you soon. Bye.